Hello everyone and welcome back to Beyond the Game, the show where we uncover all the hidden juicy analytics and details behind every sports moment that happened during the week. I'm your host Olabode Roland with a W of course, and this week we're jumping into some stories. Before that, let me just tell you, the Premier League is back! That's one moment that a lot of us football fans have been expecting. But we're talking about the Paredes fine, we're talking about Messi receiving another fine for slapping a player, and we're jumping into the Premier League opening weekend details, and also a couple of them from La Liga. And that's what we've got for you today. So, are you ready? Buckle up, strap up, and let's jump right in. Let us jump into the Premier League details. Now, like you all have been expecting, like we all have been waiting for, the Premier League is back! And oh my goodness, it came with a number of bangers. Here and there. We'll start with the Arsenal match. Arsenal comfortably won their match 3-0. I mean, I would say that's a strong one, as they will be looking to defend their Premier League title this season, and everyone is looking forward to what Arsenal have to bring this season. They did a lot of heavy reinforcement in their defense, and looking at that defense now, if you want to break that defense, you have to come with some heavy guards. Like, let's not talk about what we're going to do to them, Manchester United. But on that note, Manchester United fans, you can grieve with me in the comments. Our opening match against Hull City, newly promoted Hull City at home. It was a tough match to watch. In fact, a very tough match to watch, as we couldn't even hold the midfield. We couldn't do a lot. We couldn't really punish Hull City. And they got their goals from set pieces and rebounds. And it was quite unfortunate seeing how we started that match. We're looking forward to us being able to, bounce back from that and do a lot better going into the season. It was a tough one. Drop a comment if you're a Manchester United fan, and don't banter me if you are not a Manchester United fan. We just wanted to show Hull City that yes, you can. Let's just show you how it is, and definitely we are coming back. Now, looking at Liverpool, they had to wait for a 90+9 stoppage time equalizer by Szoboszlai to equalize the game 2-2. It was one that I was watching the scoreline and I saw these guys already lost that match. I mean, already trying to say, Liverpool, you never walk alone, but maybe you walk with Manchester United on this loss at the very least. But they were able to squeeze out a point and hold on to that point. If you're a Liverpool fan, that's a good one from you guys. Then looking at Manchester City. This was Enzo Maresca's first competitive match, Premier League match for Manchester City. And I would say that, first of all, let us look at Haaland. Haaland just recently got a haircut. He removed all the hair. And like they will say, as Rapunzel removes her hair, she loses her powers. I don't know whether that's the case here, but he was unable to score a goal on the first match of the season. For the first time since joining Manchester City. That's a huge one. In fact, looking at the goal-scoring machine like Haaland and losing, changing his hairstyle and not able to score a goal. And then we look at our GOAT, Ronaldo, changing his hairstyle and banging in one. That 1,000 goals is coming. But let's not look into that conversation. Manchester City won their match, coming back from a 1-0 loss. Not a loss, a 1-0. They were losing 1-0, and then they came back after they subbed on Ryan Cherky. He gave 2 assists and ensured that they brought that match on. And also, Tottenham, it's Tottenham. They spent over £300 million this transfer window to try and rebuild their squad and get something up, but they still lost. Also, in another contender for who could really make it to that big 6 spot and chase Tottenham out, we have Brighton beating Aston Villa 4-0. Well, unfortunately, you can say Aston Villa lost a lot of their huge talents like Yuri Telemans. We have Konsa leaving, and it was a huge blow for them. Unfortunately, they were unable to really hold on to that match. Brighton had already put 3 goals in the first half. Quick, sharp goals. A lot of big guys are losing at the start of the season. But you can't really determine a Premier League at the start of the season now. So you guys should calm down. Even Arsenal self, you guys should also calm down because we are just getting started. The Premier League is back. We're all happy. We can get to watch those games. And also, when the Champions League is back, don't always, don't go anywhere. We'll also be analyzing all the top matches right here on Beyond the Game. So if you haven't already, drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and turn on post notifications because you do not want to miss any episode of Beyond the Game. Now, looking into La Liga, worth noting that La Liga has started a week ago, but the big guns, we have Real Madrid and Barcelona are playing their first match week because their matches were postponed, were pushed because of the number of players that were involved in the World Cup and for their recovery. We have the big dogs, Real Madrid. This is José Mourinho's first La Liga match back because this is José Mourinho's first match after taking charge again for Real Madrid in the La Liga, and they had to scrape in a 9-minute stoppage time goal to win that match. People say that is the spirit of Joselu that came back, and with Carlos SP getting the goal, we have Bellingham getting the first goal. It was a tight 1-1 draw, but unfortunately, I wanted to say unfortunately for the other guys, but fortunately for Real Madrid, they were able to scrape a goal. But contrast that to Barcelona starting match. They are starting strong because they are hoping to win back-to-back La Liga titles. They've won it 2 years in a row already, and it's looking like they are already firing, on all cylinders, winning their match 5-0. They didn't even give any space. They didn't even, bro. I'm not trying to play with anybody. I'm trying to show a standard. I'm trying to show you guys that yes, we even have debutants like Karim Adeyemi also netting a goal. We have Rafinha netting a goal. It's a good one. Barcelona fans are happy, and you're also lots happier that majority of their players won the World Cup, and they also have Rodri again. It's a good time for Barcelona fans. But as a half Madrid fan, as a Ronaldo supporter, I'm still looking at it. Okay, Real Madrid, Mourinho. I'm really excited. Also with the amount of squad depth that Real Madrid have been able to build over this past transfer window. It's looking like it's going to be a heavy one. It's looking like it's going to be a major shake-up in the La Liga and the clubs that will be winning this season. Now, talking about the World Cup, let's jump into a number of players that FIFA have handed match bans following the proceeds or the engagement during the final World Cup match. That's the World Cup final against that's Spain versus Argentina. After the match, we have players like Paredes going to assault. He was charged with assault another player, and he got into a brawl. Players were involved. I mean, we saw Gavi taking a hit, and a number of them like that were handed fines, and they were banned. Paredes received a 10-match ban. Looking at the amount of games that Argentina would play over the course of the years, that 10-match ban is almost essentially a year ban from Argentina football. And you were asking these questions like, why would you engage in such? Why are you so aggressive? Why so angry, Paredes? I mean, you just lost. You won the World Cup, the last World Cup, and now you want to come and be arguing and dragging in this World Cup. If you watch the clip, you can see it was heated, it was heavy. And FIFA officially banned him. They also banned Molina for 7 matches. They banned Thiago Almada for 1 match, and they banned Gavi. Gavi also received a match ban, 1 match ban. Now, it was looking at it, if you want to analyze it, to be fair, I would say it's necessary. This is one of the biggest match bans since Suarez received that match ban after he beat somebody, the very famous biting Suarez in Uruguay. And the match this ban is only limited to national teams, to his national team, so it doesn't affect him in his club team. So it's a major one. Looking at it, it shows that FIFA are able to look into some of these issues. Now, looking at what FIFA has been able to do, it's still tracking back to Infantino. I mean, you're trying to see how you can get support. People have been saying that Infantino had been supporting Argentina. There's been rumors here and there, flying here and there, but this ban, this conversation has shown that okay, FIFA are still able to stand on what they hold on to and really push and make something happen in that regard. Now, looking at Messi, But still on Argentina's case, to be fair. Messi's Inter Miami match where they drew 2-2, he was seen, slapping a player. But unfortunately, nothing was done at that moment. There was no card, there was no warning. In fact, the person that was even warned was the player that he slapped. If you look at that clip. Now, it was said that a fine was handed to Messi. And looking at that, it's an interesting one because Messi is just coming out from his father's mourning, and there might be a lot of emotions out here, a lot of heated emotions right there. And he scored a goal in that match and also gave an assist in that match. But that's typical Messi. But you can see that there might still be emotions out here, emotions pouring. It's not an easy one. It takes a while to really heal from such experiences, right? And it's important that a player like Messi is at his best, is at the top of his game, and even as it looks like he's mourning or he's grieving rather, he's still able to deliver outputs, deliver at the top. He scored a goal, he gave an assist. Now that's a little bit about what the story lies. If you're a fan of football, drop a comment. What are you looking forward to? What are some of the stories that you're expecting? Are you a Manchester United fan? Are you scared for us this season? I will tell you, Carrick is at the wheel, and just give him time. He's going to cook. We are going to cook. If you're a Liverpool fan, are you concerned? What exactly is going on? Do you want to know, what exactly is happening in your club and how your club can push forward? Are you a Manchester City fan? How many Manchester City fans do we really have, to be fair? Also, if you're an Arsenal fan, are you confident that you will take this Premier League once again? Now, this has been the full roundup of the stories that shook tables, that had some conversations around the week. I would love to see you next week. Same time next week. Come here, let's talk, let's engage, let's have fun. Let's, banter here and there, softly, easily in the comments. By the way, if you haven't already, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, drop your post notifications so you will never miss an episode when this drops. This has been Beyond the Game. I'm your host, Olapode Roland, with W of course, and I would love to see you again next time.